him on red carpets anymore. I hope that his partner is okay.
There was a kid, a minor, on the red carpet.
Girls, gays, theys, I wish I could say I was surprised by Kanye's newest stunt. Recently, the artist made headlines for making his wife, Bianca Censori, walk the Grammys red carpet fully nude. Meanwhile, he's covered head to toe and she looks like full on deer in the headlights. Like, I want to pray for her. I'm pulling out the rosary. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so worried about this woman. She literally looks like she should be on the back of a milk carton. Meanwhile, he's covered up head to toe in his oversized look. You want to surprise me? You want to break boundaries, Mr. West? You go up there bare ass naked. Wouldn't see that one coming. Let's see. Kanye, I want to give you a little pinch. Let's see that. That would break a boundary. It would. To make matters worse, rumors started spreading that they were escorted out of the Grammys because they weren't invited and she was naked and then the police got involved. Apparently, a source at Variety has disproven these rumors, but how embarrassing for her to have those rumors spread in the first place. Like, he put her in that position. I hate to infantilize her, but it really did not seem like she had a lot of a say in this situation. It was giving creepy. The internet has almost unanimously agreed that this had a dark, sick, twisted, and creepy vibe to it. This whole situation is a red flag. I mean, look at her lifeless face. She literally is serving Yeezy blow-up doll. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your man has you walking around full Adam and Eve while he's dressed like the fucking Unabomber, that's not a good sign. But here's the thing. This isn't just about Bianca Censori. This is a pattern of Kanye mistreating, harassing, and disrespecting women year after year. Welcome to Tyler's Kitchen, where we discuss feminism, pop culture, history, and random shit I see on the internet with a few more jokes than is probably appropriate given the subject matter. Today we are breaking down Kanye's problematic history of mistreating women. Amber Rose, Kim Kardashian, Taylor Swift, Julia Fox, Bianca Censori, they all have this one thing in common: being women discarded by the college dropout singer. This man has a history of controlling, humiliating, and demeaning women. Kanye, fuck you. The only reason you flex your money so hard is because you can't flex a muscle in your body, bitch. Adidas dropped you, Balenciaga dropped you, your own damn wife dropped you. Runaway's not only one of your singles, it's also a suggestion I have for you. Okay, there we go. I just wanted to get some roasts out to get the vibes going, you know, get the creative juices flowing. I love that you guys are like, Tyler, you are such a mean, evil bitch, but you're doing it for good. I'm a bitch, but I'm a bitch for a cause. Today's recipe comes from Yeezy Eats, 99 culinary creations inspired by Kanye's flavorful universe. I want to acknowledge the problematic nature of this cookbook cover. Why it's got sort of like an Asian-inspired background. The way that there's an AI rendition of a man who doesn't seem to be Kanye feels problematic. And then the way that the text so neatly covers his face. There's a lot going on that I'm confused about. So I don't think I'm influencing you to buy this. This is what I'm using today. So if this recipe doesn't turn out, maybe it won't be my fault. We are doing recipe 11 because it's in the sample and I didn't want to buy the full book because it is literal garbage. Otis oatmeal cookies. And let me read you the justification as to why it belongs in the Yeezy Eats cookbook. Indulge your taste buds in the soulful symphony flavors with the Otis oatmeal cookies inspired by the iconic Kanye West. Just like Kanye's music, these cookies harmonize the wholesome goodness of oats with a burst of decadent sweetness. Named after Kanye's son, Otis, not true. These cookies are a tribute to family, creativity, and a dash of extravagance. So these sound like they're gonna be pretty special. One of Kanye's earliest victims was Amber Rose. On September 11th, 2008, Amber appeared in Ludacris's What Them Girls Like music video. Kanye saw her, he was instantly enamored, randomly as all celebrities do, tracks down her phone number and calls this up-and-coming random girl living in the Bronx. And she's like, hello, who is this? And he's like, it's Kanye West. He starts putting her in his music videos and they begin dating. They only date for like 2 years. There's no rings exchanged, there's no marriage, there's nothing. And Amber has some pretty scary things to say about this experience. He does this thing that he does with every woman ever where he decides, oh, this woman is not a person and is actually my doll to do whatever I want with. So he starts dating a young, naive, green Amber. And in an interview with Bethany Frankel, she said, I'm conservative actually. I've always been conservative ever since I was young. When she started dating Kanye, she said she became this sex pot type of girl. That was my first relationship with a celebrity ever, but also in the public eye. He knows a lot about fashion and he always wanted me to dress very sexy. What does this sound like? This sounds like the same thing going on with Bianca Censori, the same thing that happened to Kim. This is a weird pattern. Taking a young girl and exploiting her naivety into doing whatever he wants her to. 1 cup brown sugar. I can do that, but that means a half cup because I'm halving the recipe. Eventually they break up after only 2 years of dating. I mean, it was not that serious. He was 32. 2 years of dating when you're 32 is not the end of the world. But he gives her hell for this breakup. And it seems like it was not easy for her. Check out this quote. "That time was not a great time for me," she said. "I'm famous and I'm broke. I can't date anyone else. I can't say anything on the internet because Kanye has such a voice. If I was going to kill myself, I would have done it during those times." That's awful. Are you serious, Kanye West? And he like would not step off her neck. He has not stepped off her neck. She's talked about how he was unfaithful to her and that's why it ended, and now he's acting like it's her fault for it ending even though he was cheating on her. Then in 2010, Amber opens up about how Kanye had apologized to her and said that he was kind of an asshole and they were on good terms. Then in 2015, there's a bit of a feud that happens. Amber Rose splits from Wiz Khalifa and becomes friends with Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna had recently broken up with Tyga, and Tyga starts dating a 16, 17-year-old Kylie Jenner. In an iconic interview, Amber Rose says, "She's a baby. She needs to go to bed at 7 o'clock and relax. That's ridiculous. Tyga should be ashamed of himself for sure. He has a beautiful woman and a baby and left that for a 16-year-old who just turned 17. Bars, somebody needed to say it. That was so fucking creepy. Everything about that is wrong, weird, awful." And she wasn't rude toward Kylie at any point of this. But Khloe decides to hop in and defend a Kylie Jenner who seriously did not need defending in this scenario, calling Amber Rose horrible things. And then Kanye dogpiles on top of all of this, saying, "It's very hard for a woman to want to be with someone that's with Amber Rose. I had to take 30 showers before I got with Kim." Isn't that so slut-shamey and disgusting? From what it sounds like, she was like a pretty demure, naive, sweet girl before Kanye. He builds her into this sex pot kind of girl, and now he's slut-shaming her, saying, "I had to take 30 showers before I got with Kim." He's the one cheating. I'm nauseated. Okay, what do I need now? Half cup granulated sugar, which is a quarter cup. A lot of you guys were like, honestly, why are you even bothering with the shot that's of your bowl and fingers? And I was like, I don't know, because it's cool and upgraded. Also, people have been calling my nails orange. They're Ferrari red. How dare you? You gotta remember, when you put in the sugars and the butters, you have to cream them together. And I always forget that, but I've done this enough times that I'm starting to catch a vibe. I'm starting to get the hang of this shit. But Amber Rose, in the most iconic response, replies to Kanye saying, "Aw, Kanye, are you mad I'm not around to play in your asshole anymore? Hashtag fingers in the booty ass bitch." I don't know Amber Rose even a little bit, but just this lore that I read up on makes me like her. And if you thought that was the end of Kanye bullying Amber Rose post-breakup for no reason at all, you'd be sorely mistaken. During one of Kanye's rallies, oh yeah, remember when he ran for fucking president? And then after that, he just started being a Trump supporter out of nowhere? At one of his rallies, he took the opportunity to slut-shame Amber Rose and call her a prostitute in front of hundreds of people. In an interview, Amber Rose said she can see why the rapper loves the president, telling interviewers they're twinsies, they're literally the same person. There's things that Trump says and I'm like, oh my god, that's Kanye. That is him. He probably sees himself in Trump and that's why he supports him, I'm assuming. Kanye, I know the College Dropout album started your career, but maybe if you would have finished that bachelor's degree, you wouldn't be saying all this stupid shit. Luckily, Amber Rose only had to endure that relationship for 2 years, but other women haven't been as lucky. Enter Kim Kardashian. Kim and Kanye start seeing each other at the beginning of Kim's career. At first, they seemed so in love, and he starts doing that scary thing where he turns her into a Barbie doll. You can even see on old episodes of The Kardashian where he's like throwing out her entire wardrobe and she's crying and it's emotional, but he's like, no, trust me, you're not fashion. And honestly, I think he got a bit of an ego boost from how well he did rebranding Kim. He really did put Kim into a new level of star power that is part of the reason she's where she is today. I will give him that. I think at one point he did have the creative vision and the power to know exactly what to do for Kim to get her where she needed to be. Granted, Kim is also one of the most strategic genius minds. So there was something going on there that really just was like a match made in hell. However, does he still have that? He thinks he can do the same thing to Bianca Censori and it's just not working time and time and time again. Kanye spends years rebranding Kim Kardashian into the absolute icon she is today. And then I catch this clip of them at the Met Gala and he's telling her that her outfit is too sexy.
I don't need any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight dress.
You are my wife,
and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
He's like, you're my wife, you can't wear that, that's too sexy. For the Met Gala? Like, bro, what do you mean? Isn't that what you've branded her to be? She's literally a sex symbol and she knows it. You know it. Everybody knows it. That's her brand. Plus, I've never seen her wear anything at the Met Gala that like was anything like Bianca Censori was wearing. After children, years of marriage, businesses together, many seasons of keeping up, Kanye cheats on Kim, which he reveals in a song. Here I go acting too rich. Here I go with a new chick. And I know the truth is, still playing after 2 kids, it's a lot to digest when your life is always moving. He randomly moves to Wyoming and she's taking care of the kids by herself in Los Angeles. Eventually it's curtains for them. I feel like her hands are tied at this point. Like she has to get a divorce. Like what else is she gonna do? And he's mad that they're getting a divorce. What do you mean? 2 large eggs, which means 1 egg. Oh, I gotta preheat my oven by now. 350. Post-divorce, Kanye, no surprise, turns into an absolute fucking monster. 1.5 cups flour, which means 3/4 cups, cause I'm halving the recipe. Then he like buys a house across the street from Kim, which, you know, like in theory is cool, but him being crazy is probably really overwhelming. And then he's doing the whole deadbeat dad routine where he's like, she won't even let me see my kids, and I've been trying. No, bitch, you haven't. You weren't even involved. Like, watch any episode of Keeping Up. He is not involved. I would be shocked if he knew any of his children's birthdays without an assistant reminding him. Then he starts having tantrum after tantrum online. There was the classic birthday party fit, which I still remember. But what I gathered from that is that he feels like the Kardashians were being sneaky to make it so he couldn't see his kids. I just really can't see him being that much of a present father based on everything I know about him. Bro, you were jet setting. Sorry you didn't catch the birthday party while you were on a probably sex tourism trip in Japan, just saying. He doesn't even need to be like grinding work. It being like, oh, I was busy with work isn't even an excuse at this point because they have never-ending funds. Then Kim Kardashian famously starts dating Pete Davidson and we get another tantrum, and this one was so funny. It's tweet after tweet after tweet. One of my favorites is when he starts calling him Skeet. If you see Skeet in real life, scream at the loser at the top of your lungs and say Kanye forever. That is pretty iconic to be Kanye West and lose your girl to Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson gotta be the luckiest motherfucker of all time to go from Ariana Grande to like every supermodel to Kim Kardashian. And what I find so impressive about all of this is that this man is embarrassing and harassing Kim Kardashian over a course of many years when there are her own children involved. And she always has a camera in her face. She always has the paparazzi. It's always being thrown at her. She's always getting screamed at. And she's just been quiet as a mouse. She doesn't want to tarnish Kanye's name. She wants to have a certain level of respect for him when it comes to the children. She wants to be able to co-parent. And I find that honestly so impressive because I love talking my shit. I would never. And so, you know, I gotta give her kudos. I'm not saying Kim Kardashian is my favorite person, but I am saying that there is some impressive amount of strength and grace to be able to not lose your shit with somebody like Kanye treating you like that. Next, we have to mention his iconic beef with Taylor Swift. We all know the tale as old as time. The 2009 VMAs, a 19-year-old Taylor Swift accepts the award for Best Music Video, and Kanye so kindly swoops in to say, I'm gonna let you finish that speech, but Beyonce should have won.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
He did kind of eat that, like he was kind of right, but that is so fucked up. A 32-year-old Kanye West encroaching in on this young woman's award. This reminds me of the Will Smith, Chris Rock situation, but at least somebody threw a punch. Taylor Swift honestly should have roundhouse kicked him in his little wiener. But of course, it doesn't just end there. Now we're in 2016 when Kanye drops the song Famous. This included the lyrics, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous. You? And then in the music video, he portrays a wax figure of Taylor Swift lying in a bed next to him. Taylor Swift said this obviously made her feel violated and uncomfortable. It kind of gave revenge undertones. Like that is so heinous and awful and egregious. Ugh. I hate everything about that for her so much, but that's never the end. Instead of moving on, apologizing, taking down the video, editing the lyric, you know, like literally anything normal, he teams up with his wife Kim and releases a video that makes it look like Taylor had signed off on all of it. But really they had just like edited different clips of the call together to make it sound like it.
And I really appreciate you telling me about it. That's really nice.
Oh, yeah. I feel I just had a responsibility to you as a friend, you know.
This ruined Taylor Swift's career for a time. Like, remember, she was flooded with snake emojis. She went into hiding for years. Like, it changed the course of her entire life. This poor woman was essentially dealing with a smear campaign, a slander witch hunt. It's only been in recent years that she's been vindicated for this situation. Even now, in 2025, Kanye's still finding creative, unique, and weird ways to harass Taylor. A few weeks ago, he unfollowed every single person on Instagram except for her. What this means next, I don't know, but it's like that feeling, you know, that feeling when you have kind of an evil ex and you always have to be thinking about what they're doing next. Like, it really worries you what their next move is because you're like, oh, I hope I don't pop into their head and then they start doing crazy shit again, you know? Kanye just hates to see a woman be successful in spite of him. He wants to either be able to claim every amount of everything. I don't know, it's dark and twisted and weird and I hate it. Wait, this is kind of turning out. After Kanye divorced Kim Kardashian, he starts dating Julia Uncut Gems Fox. I'm pretty sure this isn't a cookie scoop, but since I'm making for other people, I don't want to like get my hands all over it. If you have not read Julia Fox's memoir, I strongly recommend it. It's so crazy. Her life, oh my God, her life is insane. But she really hasn't spoken a ton about her relationship with Kanye West because it really only lasted for a couple of weeks. I felt like it's all I saw anywhere, anytime I opened up social media for the entire month that they were together. So to me, it felt like they were together for longer, but I guess not. And within that short period of time, Julia Fox saw everything she needed to see and she was like, this shit is weird. I do not want to be involved in any part of this. That was probably the smartest thing she's ever done. She said that in one of their very first meetings, he encouraged her to get a boob job and offered to pay for it. Not your place and disgusting, okay? Anytime they were out together, he was controlling her wardrobe, which I know, par for the course with this asshole. It's his thing. And then after about 3 weeks of dating, he tries to get her to sign an NDA so they can keep being together. And she's just like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. And he's like, really? Well, we can't be together if you don't sign this NDA. And she's like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. I have a kid, I have a life, sorry. And he's like, damn, well, bye. Honestly, this seems like the most amicable breakup Kanye's ever had. And it's because he got everything he needed out of it, which was manipulating Julia Fox to look a certain way in the press and piss off Kim Kardashian. Julia said when she reflects on the situation, she was used as a pawn. 10 to 12 minutes? All right, let's roll it. Let's try. Is this a successful kitchen day for me? Like, don't want to speak too soon, but this feels like another round of me not messing up. Are we gonna have to increase the ante on these recipes? Am I gonna have to try something new and difficult? Because I don't know, it might be 2 for 2. Now we're up to speed with Bianca Censori. Just a while back, Bianca Censori was a respected architect. She had been hired at Yeezy. She was a genius creative mind. She had a master's degree. Check out this clip I found of her talking about a project. She sounds well-spoken.
This is a project that I developed. It's a residence that essentially explores really what it means to be humbled by nature. This home will only actually really exists in a moment of time.
And now, we haven't seen her speak in public for over a year. And there was a Daily Mail rumor that he doesn't allow her. Now she's constantly wearing next to nothing at places that it would be horrible to wear next to nothing. She was seen at like a French club wearing literally a vest and nothing else. Like, is she being asked to sit down when she's wearing a piece of string on her punani? Like, I feel like that's a great way to like pick up and put down different STDs, especially like at a French club. Oh, girl, what? I feel like you're inventing new strands of viruses. What are you doing? And you know, somebody so astutely pointed out on TikTok, do you think she just had like a snail trail on her seat at the Grammys? Like, me personally, I'd be a little nervous. And the biggest part of it for me is that she just looks miserable. I know being kind of stoic and stone-faced is kind of the Yeezy aesthetic. I know it's dystopian and weird and brutalist, but I just feel like, how much is she portraying an aesthetic and how much is she just really in a weird, toxic, unsafe situation? And based on all of Kanye's history, she's in a toxic, weird, unsafe situation. Save this woman. I feel like the 2 girls in Portlandia when they go watch the cheerleaders and they're like, what is this? Let them wear clothes. Let them speak. I also saw a rumor that last year Bianca fled to Australia to get some space for Kanye. And ever since then, there's been constant rumors circling around that they are going to get a divorce. Girl, be free. Take the money and be free. Also in a legal filing, it was revealed that Kanye West once sent a text to his wife Bianca Censori expressing expressing his desire to have sex with her mother while she watched. Oh, what? Ugh, to be fully naked at the Grammys. What do you guys think about this? I've seen some people online saying maybe she is a creative director at Yeezy. She understands the Yeezy aesthetic. She is creative. She's passionate. If you've seen old photos of her, she used to have her tits out all the time. Like, she's comfortable in her body. Maybe this is a very active choice of hers. Maybe she wants the PR on her, the press. Maybe she's looking to grow her career and she's actively choosing to be involved in this way, which would make me feel so much better. I just can't say that's the situation. She hasn't had a platform to speak on her own. Yeah, maybe the naked outfit could be cool on the carpet if she's like, yeah, I'm naked and I own my body and this is who I am. I've also seen people saying if she had a full bush, that could be a statement. Okay, interesting. I don't think the Grammys is the place to be fully nude. There are children of performers, so I just don't think it's an appropriate situation. But I do see how if this were done differently, it could be artistic. I don't know. I feel bad for her. Kanye is the biggest piece of shit in the world, and I hope you get what's due, Mr. West. Kanye, your net worth has been dropping faster than Yeezy launches. Nobody likes you, and I only like Ghost Town and a couple of your workout songs, but I try not to listen to them anymore. To be honest, Ghost Town is one of the best pieces of music of our entire generation. Why is it so good? It makes me angry. It's so good. His mind. Bring back the old Kanye. I miss the old Kanye. This has been... Oh wait, we gotta wait for my cookies to get done. Look at these. These look like how they're supposed to. I mean, maybe a little crisp. You know when you're in trouble when you flip over the bottom and it's like, uh-oh. It's like black and it's like gonna be burnt. I think it's just toasted, and it's all about perspective. Let's try. No, I overcooked it. Now I just know when they look like they're done, trust your initial instinct instead of your second. But folks, that has been today's video. If you're Kanye West or Kanye West team, go fuck yourself. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend who's really cute. Bye!